Yo, what's going on, Planet S.O.N family? It's your main man, JD. Thank you for tuning in. This is Drinks with JD.
I mean, I've been interested in music since I was a kid. As far as I can remember, 4 or 5 years old, I was already like rapping along to songs and things like that. But I think it was in 2010, 2009, 2010 when I linked up with 3 other artists and we created something called Purple Productions.
Okay, yes.
And that was when it was kind of like a hobby thing, but then it started getting serious because that was right around the MySpace era.
Okay.
So when the MySpace era happened, it allowed us to put our music out and for people all over the world to listen to it. So obviously, people all over the world were listening to it, but it was getting a lot of regional attention in Orange County and out here in IE. And I started noticing that people were really like, hey, it sounds good, I like it. Started getting booked for shows. And then from there, it was just like an eye-opener, like, hey, I love to do this, and I can make this lucrative. I can make some money, I could turn this into a business. So I took it upon myself to learn all the business end of it, and that was like in 2010. So it's been 11 years.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about, man. You mentioned Purple Productions right now. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
So Purple Productions was actually just an idea back in 2007 when I was still living in Orange County.
Yes.
Me and another buddy of mine, his name is Jesus, we used to just make beats. Well, he made beats, I kind of made beats too, and I would write lyrics and just kind of like make songs but never really record them or really put them anywhere.
Yeah.
And I came up with the name Purple Productions, and it was just me and him. And then I moved out here, and I already had my music thing kind of just going for myself. And then I found these 3 other artists, and then we just merged together, and then we became Purple Productions. Like, it was an idea that I started, but it really didn't come to fruition, and it wasn't really as efficient as it was until the other 3 joined. And we were, man, when it was the 4 of us, we were killing it. We were, doing all kinds of shows, and we were getting features, and we were getting radio play, out of California. It was just so much attention, and I had always known since I was starting as an artist that I was going to be more successful by helping others. I already knew that by me being by myself and doing everything on my own, it was going to take me way longer, and I wasn't going to enjoy it as much as having other people that came up with me from nothing, from the mud, from recording in my closet. That's where we used to record.
That's awesome,
in my closet.
That's awesome, man.
But that's what Purple Productions was initially. It was just a group, 4 of us, and we were just making music. Our first big show was opening up for Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Wow.
In Hollywood on Sunset Boulevard at the Old School Key Club. And then from there we took off. We started doing DJ Quick, the Dog Pound, YG, Snoop Dogg. Then we did a big festival in Orange County, and at that festival we had Big Sean, Kendrick Lamar, E40.
Oh, even
Too
Nipsey
Short,
Hussle as well,
Nipsey.
right?
Yeah, we opened up for Nipsey in 2011, and I think it was Pasadena. Rest in peace to Nipsey, man. And he was like where you're sitting. That's where he was when we were just at the show. And come to later on, he just became a legend. But that we went through a lot of good experiences as a group, and it really helped mold me as an artist and as a businessman. Now when I do the moves that I make, it's smooth. It's like clockwork, and it's all thanks to all the grind and all the work that was put in with Purple Productions.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I like to ask this to hip-hop artists who I interview. When did you know that you fell in love with hip-hop?
I think 9th grade, the beginning of 9th grade, when I was a freshman in high school, because one of my homies that recently passed away, his name is George Carter.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. He's the one that got me into this music thing. He used to just freestyle.
Okay.
And he had a couple of written, songs here and there, just some minor stuff. But at school, we used to just freestyle. And I remember once he would start rapping, it was like the crowd was just, and it was like, whoa. And I always liked music. I always enjoyed music. I would listen to Tupac and, Snoop Dogg and all those artists even before high school. But yeah, I mean, one day I remember I picked up a paper and a pencil, and I wrote a rap. And then I went back to school the next day, and I was like, rapping it for everybody, and like nobody believed that I wrote it because it was good. It was some good stuff. So they were like, "Where'd you get this from? Like you downloaded these lyrics from somewhere, or who helped you write this?" And
exactly.
I was like, "No, that's me." Yeah. And that's when I was like, "Okay, I might be good at this." And we did something called Battle of the Bands.
Oh wow!
In high school.
Yeah.
So we were up there on stage and doing our little hip hop thing, and that's when I was like in love with music, and it was just purely for the love of it.
Wow.
There was no business, no money, no nothing was influencing it. It was just me just liking to write and rap and hear the reaction from people. That's really what it was. It was just the love of it.
No doubt. All right, bro. So, what's your favorite part of being a music artist?
Wow. I'm not gonna say everything about it, but I mean, as an artist, there's a creative process when you're in the studio coming up with the music, and then there's the whole like marketing, the whole like shooting the video and getting the concept for like the artwork. So like I really enjoy every step of the way.
Wow.
I think the creative process is what I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
Being able to see something come to life from nothing, from hearing a beat and saying, okay, boom, what feel do I get, and just rapping on it to like, oh man, look at that video's about to hit 1 million views.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That whole process right there, I think that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Before, a couple years ago, if you would have asked me that question, I would have said performing.
Okay.
But with COVID, it made me realize that there's much more to enjoy as far as being an artist than just performing. Because, obviously that's the pinnacle. When you're up there performing in front of thousands of people, there's no feeling that can match that, you know? But through COVID, I learned that the creative process is really where you really
that's where the magic's at.
It's like, as you're transparent, it's like you can't fake that. On stage, you could like, okay, you can kind of control the crowd based on, but when you're like really by yourself creating something from scratch, it's like, it's just like, it's transparent, it's so organic, it's so natural. And taking an idea like that to putting it on a video on YouTube and going around and performing it, it's crazy to watch the process. So yeah, it's definitely the whole process that's my favorite part.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So what's the toughest part of being a music artist, in your opinion?